chilly here the past couple weeks in Central Texas, but it's almost never cold enough for it to snow. That changes though once each year at the Science Mill in Johnson City, where they host Snow Day, which includes a flurry, see what I did in there, of fun activities. Here to tell us more about this year's offerings are Bradley Gray and Julia Schell. Happy to have y'all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you guys for joining us. Bradley, first of all, I covered this exact same topic last year, but always we have new Studio 512 viewers. Can you remind us about the Science Mill and what it is y'all do?
Absolutely. We are a STEM museum out in Johnson City. We focus on offering hands-on exhibits to the guests that focus on science, engineering, technology, and math. And we do this with over 50 unique exhibits and offering curriculum sorted directly for STEM careers. We want to offer an opportunity for students to see themselves in a STEM career.
That's wonderful. And I think what's so cool about it is Johnson City has so much culture to it. You know what I mean? It's such a historic little town outside of the big city, and yet you guys are still offering kind of a world-class offering as far as STEM and STEAM education go.
That's exactly right. We've got programs that run out all over the state, but with a big focus on the museum in Johnson City, specifically both indoor, outdoor exhibits geared at the whole family, right? But you know, the littles come through and they get a unique experience every time, and it's tactile and it's hands-on and it's sparking an interest. And I think that's one of the important parts of like what we're trying to push into the world.
Absolutely. My understanding is that you guys don't always tell everybody a whole lot about the exhibits. You want them to get in there with their hands.
That's exactly right.
Hands-on, figure it out, have some fun. Okay, Julia, this is your 8th annual Snow Day. Have to ask about the inspiration here.
Yeah, so as we know, in Texas, we don't always get a ton of snow.
Right.
Some kids have maybe never seen snow. Some, it's been years for some people. So we want to bring that winter experience to them, but also integrating the science experiences, science activities also with that as well. So they're able to learn about snow, learn about ice, everything in between, and just have a fun time doing it.
Have a good time. Yeah, put on your winter, the stuff that you don't get to wear very often, the full winter hat, the scarf, the gloves, and head on out and get to play in real snow. That's a big portion of this year, Bradley, right?
100%. And not just, and 28 tons of snow, and 56,000 pounds of snow, large snow pit area, and it's fun all day long. That's exactly
amazing.
Right. Yeah.
So there is real snow, but not only that, tons of activities out there for kids to get stuck into. You guys brought one today. It was bubbling like crazy, so if you have to go grab more dry ice, I understand. Talk to me about what we're looking at on the table here.
So we've got a container and we've got a vessel with some soapy water in it. And I brought with me some dry ice. And dry ice is frozen carbon dioxide. And what we're talking about today is sublimation. And so many properties have there's three states of matter: liquid, solid, and gas. And traditionally, we understand, like let's take ice as an example. If you set an ice cube on the table, you'll watch it melt. And if you irresponsibly leave it there long enough, it will evaporate. And so this is sort of a traditional process of changing states of matter. With carbon dioxide, what we're seeing here in exampling is it transformed or changing from a solid frozen form to a gaseous form.
So it's skipping the liquid in the middle.
That's exactly right. And that's sort of that sublimation process. And so we're letting a little bit of this sort of push through.
Oh, I can see just a little bit of it coming out. And this is just a soapy water?
That's exactly right. We've got some Dawn dish soap and water. And so then as the dry ice is turning into this gaseous state, it is also creating pressure inside of this container and will push out.
I can see bubbles forming in here. I'm gonna let you run. We've got a little cooler off camera. If you need to run for a little bit more dry ice, you do it. While he's doing that, I'm gonna ask you, Julia, about other activities that y'all have going on, in addition to fun kind of science experiments like this.
So we have some kind of like this. We have other ones that use dry ice, so liquid nitrogen demos. We're gonna be making big clouds out of all these cool different dry ice materials. We're gonna have some challenges that have to do with frozen things, frozen t-shirts, slingshots with snowballs.
Okay, that's the one word that kids need to hear.
Yes.
if snow didn't get them, slingshots.
Exactly.
Come on.
So many, lots of different ones, lots of different things that they can experience and learn while they're having fun.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, I feel like we're seeing the bubbling. It's so cool in the 5-gallon container. winner, but it might be fighting television just a little bit.
Coming through. Yeah. Well, and this is one of the neat things, right? When you come out, well, now we're starting to see a little bit of smoke.
Yeah, there we go.
But one of the, in addition to the activities that Julia mentioned, was sort of our demonstration, liquid nitrogen demonstrations, as well as the slingshots. These are massive. Sort of, you're pulling these back with all of your efforts, almost sort of falling to the ground to create a launch of 30 to 40 feet at our Yeti target, which is a fun one. And then the snow pit.
But someone brought this up, the last time we did an experiment here in studio, and it's like, it's a good reminder as well that like maybe an experiment doesn't go exactly the way you want. Okay, does that mean more dry ice? Does that mean a longer tube? It's kind of turning people's brains on to see how to get the results they want.
Sort of to understand the why behind what we're seeing in the experiment, and that's a big part of the scientific process, right? Is learning along the way and not being afraid to fail.
Absolutely.
Exactly
and
right.
let's talk about food and drink because you're out there. It's cold. The next thing I'm thinking is hot chocolate.
That's exactly right. And so we've got food vendors. We're looking at lobster rolls. We're looking at hot dogs. We've got coffee. Snow cones, for some reason, very popular. Come out for snow day for your snow cone.
You gotta double down, everybody.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And a handful of other vendors as well.
Yeah, sounds like fun to me. And then, Julie, I wanted to ask you about tickets. How do tickets work?
Yeah, so we are expecting a lot of people. So we recommend getting your tickets online beforehand. You can just go to sciencemill.org. We also have VIP tickets available. That will include 4 general admission tickets. You'll get to have reserved parking. We have a VIP tent and some hot cocoa available. So make sure you get your tickets early. You can get them day of, but we recommend getting them beforehand.
Get them now, everybody.
Yes.
Go out there and have yourself a snow day. I can't wait. Y'all, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
guys, get tickets online now. And see, there are other upcoming events. They've got a lot going on out there at sciencemill.org.